All right, what's going on, guys? We are back with another Dokkan Battle video, and today we're gonna do something a little different. So it's been a pretty dry period right now in Dokkan, right? We are waiting for the lead up to the live broadcast, which will be held on Christmas morning of all days, of course. Very, very early Christmas morning. Now, with this New Year's live stream officially on the horizon, you know, the talk of the Super Saiyan 3 cycle of Gokus that we've been getting every other year, everything's kind of pointing towards a new Goku. So kind of talking about this, like, I really want to look at, like, who do we not have yet as an LR in this game, right? For this, I'm going to take let's call it a top 10, more of like my wanted top 10 of LRs that we still don't have in this game after almost 11 years, which is actually crazy. You know, to think that there are still characters either completely unrepresented or certain moments or, you know, certain rarities for some of these characters, it's crazy. Some might even call it criminal. So what we're going to do is go through 10 of my most wanted LRs that I hope we get in 2026. So LR characters, man, we've got so many of them. There are a ton of LRs in this game. Look at this, man, 6 full pages just full of LR characters. Absolutely crazy how many of them we have. And to think there's still ones now that are not represented is wild. Wild. So we're going to jump in. The first one. This is my least one I care about. We'll say that. Raditz. Raditz was the first big bad of Z, right? Like, he's the first god, like, enemy that Goku fights. You know, Goku and Piccolo have to end up teaming up in order to take him down, and Goku dies in the process. Now, the biggest Raditz we really have here is this guy, who, yes, he's a Dokkan Fest, but he's gone down in history as like one of the worst characters to ever come out. You know, he's a joke. He's a joke of a character. So I want them to do my boy Raditz some justice. I want to see this guy as an LR in the game, man. Like, the fact that he doesn't have one is so crazy. And the fact that I think this is only Dokkan Fest, like, it's insane. I was going to put Krillin here. So Krillin and Raditz can kind of go interchangeably for me. I really do want a Krillin like Dokkan Fest LR, but we do have technically the Prime Battle LR for Krillin, so I kind of left him off here. But Raditz is number 10 for me. Now, moving up, Kid Goku. So we have a couple of, like, kind of Kid Gokus, but they're all like with a Raleigh or, you know, the free-to-play one that's kind of with the Bulma and Krillin. We've got that kind of stuff. But I want, like, the Demon King Piccolo versus Goku, you know, the Ozaru punch right through Demon King Piccolo. I want that Kid Goku. I want that LR, dude. This updated animations. If you go back and watch this guy, you do his active skill, it's going to make your ears bleed because it's so bad. It's so bad. They need to redo this guy with some updated animations, some updated voice acting, all that good stuff, man. I think this is such a incredible character. I think this is one that a lot of people are anxiously waiting for. You know, it's been talk of a Kid Goku and a Demon King Piccolo dual Dokkan Fest, and I think we could see it hopefully this year, maybe as Golden Week, which would leave them out of the LR slot, or maybe like in GDC or TDC, have them represented in there in some way, right? We do have a couple Demon King Piccolo LRs. You know, they're all free to play, which, I mean, you can kind of interchange him in here as well. But, you know, Kid Goku, man, Kid Goku. This next one really surprised me. So at number 8, Final Form Frieza. So unless there's one that I'm really not thinking of, we pull up Frieza here. I mean, yes, we have Golden Frieza. Yes, we have this guy, but he is an exchange unit with Goku from Tournament of Power. All the other ones here, the other standalone like Namek, they're all full power. I'm not talking full power. I'm talking regular Final Form Frieza that fights like Goku, right, when he first gets there. This moment here, you know, all this stuff. We don't have this. And I think this is one that could happen for Anniversary, right? There's been a lot of talk of a Daima and Namek kind of coincided celebration for Anniversary, which I think could happen. I think it's a very good choice, and I think it's something that they definitely could do. And I think that would put him in that spot to finally get his actual standalone LR. Still crazy to me that Final Form Frieza does not have a standalone by himself in just his final form as an LR. Crazy. Yet we have 2 final form full powers, right? So yeah, so Frieza's my number 8. Moving in at number 7, Kefla. Dude, Kefla needs a standalone LR. She has 2 units in this game that are standalone. And man, I mean, we have one fusing, right? You got the Kale and Caulifla, the tech one that does fuse into Kefla. But as for standalone units, it's her and the STR one, right? And neither of them are LRs. We need a standalone LR Kefla. I would have liked to have the Caulifla and Kale LR fuse into Kefla, right? The exchange one that we got for part 2 Golden Week. I think that would have been an awesome kind of like halfway point there. But we didn't even get that. We didn't even get that as an LR, man. Kefla does not have an LR. She needs to be put in there. Now, while we are on the topic of Universe 6, Hit kind of has an LR if you want to consider this, with God Goku. I don't count that, man. I want a standalone LR Hit. So we finally got Hit like in here, his Dokkan Fest is here. We got that for, Golden Week along with the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku. But it's just a Dokkan Fest TUR, man. I want to see him as an LR, and I think a lot of people do as well. So he is my number 6. These next couple can kind of be argued, right? I do have LR arts pulled up for them, so you could say they have an LR. But do they? Blue Gogeta. Stand alone, turn 1, boom, in your face, stand alone, Blue Gogeta. We do not have. We have fusions, we have active skills, we've got, transformations. We do not have a start of turn Gogeta Blue. Like if we go in here, look at Gogeta, LRs, man, here you go. So, nope, Frieza, this one doesn't count. This is Super Saiyan 4. Super Saiyan starts his base, goes into blue, right? These guys both go into blue, but I want the standalone blue. I want the start of turn, look at him in my box, Blue Gogeta. Now, Super Saiyan God, the Blue Vegito is another one that I really want to see. You can argue this one a little bit, right? He does have the free-to-play that you get from doing like the missions and stuff. There is this guy here. You can count that if you want. I don't count that free-to-play one because nobody uses him ever, really. And like I said, he's like a free-to-play thing. You kind of grind up when you first start the game, and then you never touch him again. I want a no shit big boy LR Dokkan Fest, beautiful animation, new Blue Gogeta or Vegito, right alongside the Gogeta. These guys definitely. Moving on, number 3. We're in the top 3 now. Full power Broly, straight up, just full power Broly, right? Yes, this guy does kind of have an LR, kind of the same way. He is a transformation from the Super Saiyan Broly, right? If you look through here, we've got legendary Super Saiyans. We've got the Wrathful finally this year. We got him for the TDC. Dude, even Bio Broly has an LR. Yes, he's free to play. He's a Prime Battle, but he's got an LR. Full power Broly does not have a standalone. If they do a celebration that is a standalone full power Broly and Blue Gogeta, Omatsu, you can have my money, because that would be one of my biggest, most wanted celebrations we could definitely ever have. Hands down. All right, number 2. Beerus. Beerus, dude. We need an LR standalone Beerus. I always like to preference standalone. Yes, you kind of have this free-to-play one. This is like the Beerus Pajamas. This doesn't really do anything, man. This is nothing. Beerus and Whis. This is probably, I think it's actually like the first LR I ever actually got, like summonable. So this one holds a special place in my heart. However it is Beerus and Whis, I want the standalone Beerus, you know, Hakai Beerus, or even like this moment of Beerus, right? This dude needs to be represented in some way as a full-on standalone LR, right? I want like the Hakai nullification. I want like him to just be absolutely busted and tearing through people, man. Dude, he is a top most needed, most wanted for myself. All right, number 1. Can you guys guess? If you stuck around long enough, I'm sure you know. Kid fucking Buu. This dude is so criminally underrepresented in the LR realm. It makes me sick. This dude is like the meme of all memes for LRs in Dokkan. He needs that high quality, that big boy LR treatment. And I would love to see it come from Anniversary. I would. I don't know if we will this year, right? It would be a good pick, right? Because we're going to get the Super Saiyan, 3, Super Saiyan 2 duo. The Spirit Bomb duo is going to get their EZA this year during 11th anniversary. It's a great time to have LR Kid Buu introduced, right? They're from the same saga. It's from that fight. It would just make a whole lot of sense. Dude, we need to just end the meme, end all of it. Even though Matsu has like talked about this and like acknowledges it, that it's a thing, and he knows. It just, dude, that means I guarantee you they're cooking something they're cooking up, man, for this. I don't know, but I really want this guy to hurt and get his LR and just be done with, man. Just let it end. Let the meme die. Give him an LR. Please, please. He is my number 1 most wanted LR. He's the big bad of Z, man. Like, there's not much more I could say about it. That's it. I do have a few honorable mentions here, just 2, but I think that you could definitely see these guys get their LR very soon during the 11th anniversary. If everything kind of holds true to what everybody's thinking, everybody's speculating, I think these guys are due up. That's why I didn't really put them in the list. I do really want them, but I think they're about to get it. So that's why I did not mention them in the top 10. And that's going to be Daima Super Saiyan 4 Adult Goku and Daima Super Saiyan 3 Adult Vegeta. Now, I do definitely think that Anniversary is probably going to have these guys in there somewhere. It's crazy to think that the show has been over for, what, over a year now? Or close to, at least. And these guys still don't have forms in Dokkan. We only just got the mini Super Saiyan 4 Goku, right? Along with the LR Goma. Those guys finally got the representation in here. Other than that, we don't have a lot, right? And we got the Super Saiyan Goku, we've got Glorio, and then a couple free-to-plays. There's not a whole lot of Daima represented. We got I guess Mini Piccolo too as the banner unit. But as for the big characters, we have Goma, Mini Super Saiyan 4 Goku. We do have Mini Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, right? So all the mini forms have basically been done, except for Mini Super Saiyan 3 Goku, who I did talk about in the last video as being one of my choices for the New Year's Dual Dokkan Fest if they decide to keep up with the Super Saiyan 3 every other year trend. But I do think that we could definitely see these guys for Anniversary. I definitely think they're big picks here, and very, very likely, just because if they hadn't done them already, they had to have been holding out for something very, very big, whether it's going to be Anniversary, whether it's going to be GDC, one or the other. I definitely think they're going to be there, but I really hope it's Anniversary and they don't wait until GDC, because that's another long time to just wait for these guys to finally get their representation and their characters. And dude, I think it's about time. It's time. They've taken long enough, but not as long as my boy Kid Buu, who sits at number 1 in my heart as the most wanted LR in my book. So, but that's going to do it for the video today, guys. So I just want to go through this little fun kind of, talk through this kind of thing, top 10 LRs that I want to see in Dokkan. If you guys did stick around to the end of this video, I do appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with me. Let me know what you guys think of my list of top 10 most wanted LRs. Let me know which LR you guys want to see the most. You know, give me your top 3, give me your top 1, whatever. Who do you think we could see in the anniversary get represented as LRs? And with the live broadcast coming up, do you think it's possible that we could get LRs again this year like we did with the Ultimate Gohan and the Power Awakened Piccolo? Right? I think it's going to be TURs, but never say never with Dokkan. They definitely could do some sort of dual Dokkan Fest LRs. So, who do you guys think we're going to see for New Year's? Which LR do you guys want to see added into the game? And then who do you think we will see coming up for the 11th anniversary? Let me know down in the comments below. Like, subscribe, do the thing, and I will see you guys next time. See you!